Coming up on Mountain News this morning, students are bringing new beginnings to Elkhorn City Elementary as they continue to rebuild. And a part of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline dedicated to LGBTQ youth is being cut next month. Advocates call this move devastating.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. I'm Amelia Lee here with you on this June 20th. It is 6 o'clock this morning. And Megan, we have officially made it to Friday. I feel like we should have like a Friday dance because we're excited. Ooh. Woo! Friday! We're excited. So what's going on? I know it's going to be a warm one today.
Yeah, it's going to be a warm one, but this morning we do have a little bit of fog. That's the only thing I'm alerting for you today. Here's a look at that low visibility across eastern Kentucky, having that dense fog advisory in place for most of our counties until 10 o'clock this morning. Now, the good news is we are nice and dry. Only looking at a little bit of clouds heading our way, but for the most part, again, nice dry conditions all day long. Temperatures this morning are sitting in the 60s, mainly a mixture of those mid to upper 60s. But take a look towards Wise, seeing the 50s. Haven't seen those in a while. And then this afternoon, we'll be warming up into the mid to upper 80s. This is starting our warming trend as the 90s return tomorrow. Here's a look at your tee time forecast by the Stonecrest Golf Course and Top Racer Range. What you need to know is this morning we do have those fog chances. So other than the nice temperatures, you don't have to worry about that low visibility. But the rest of the day, great conditions to go golfing. Amelia.
NFL rookie Shedeur Sanders was pulled over after he was cited going more than 100 miles per hour. According to our sister station, he was stopped for driving 101 miles per hour in a 60 mile per hour zone in Strongsville on Tuesday. Sanders, the son of NFL Hall of Famer and Colorado University head football coach Deion Sanders, must pay a $250 fine for the misdemeanor or fight the ticket in court July 3rd. Well, Corbin's 4th of July plans will have a few less fireworks. The West Knox Fire Department announced on social media it will cancel its annual fireworks show. WYMT's Neely Green spoke to officials about this change of plans.
The West Knox Fire Department will not have their 4th of July fireworks show this year. This is due to multiple reasons. Amos Moses is the fire chief for the West Knox Fire Department. He says the show has been canceled due to a lack of funds and shortage of volunteers. He added that volunteers are essential for a lot of the events the department hosts, especially the fireworks show.
Having the extra people to pitch in and do the fireworks, because it's not even, just simply a shooting. It's, there's days of prep work, there's the shooting, the cleanup, the takedown, so it takes a lot of time to do it.
Moses said that a lot of their funds went to purchasing new equipment, including a new fire engine. Their previous tanker was taken out of service due to safety reasons. Although the West Knox Fire Department fireworks show has been canceled, there are still events going on in the area, like Corbin Tourism and the Corbin Arena's Independence Day Fireworks Spectacular. In Corbin, Neely Green, WYMT Mountain News.
Corbin Tourism and the Corbin Arena's Independence Day Fireworks Spectacular will include a dance party, inflatables, food trucks, and even more. Well, more than 4 months later, communities continue to rebuild after the February flood. Students with the New Beginnings Fellowship Church in Pikeville are bringing new beginnings to Elkhorn City Elementary. They spent this week unplugged from their devices and serving the Lord through mission work. Elkhorn City Elementary's softball field was destroyed by the flood, and the students chose to fix it.
I believe there's a reason for everything. The flood happened, wiped out, but it's the way Eastern Kentucky can get together as a community and serve one Lord and get together and rebuild so well. And this is our way to join in on that rebuilding and to praise God.
Students say their favorite part of the mission work is seeing the faces of community members and people who helped. Students have also said along with the physical labor, they're growing in their faith. Hurricane Eric hit Mexico yesterday morning as a Category 3 storm. Eric brought winds of 125 miles per hour once it made landfall. It's expected to bring major wind damage and a life-threatening storm surge. Yesterday was Juneteenth, the holiday marking the end of slavery in the United States. People across the country gathered to mark this pivotal moment in our nation's history. Right now, you're looking at the Juneteenth Jubilee Parade in Milwaukee. It's one of America's oldest Juneteenth celebrations. Fort Worth, Texas honored Juneteenth with the Opal Lee Walk for Freedom. Dr. Lee began the annual tradition of marching 2.5 miles to symbolize the 2.5 years it took for enslaved people in Texas to learn about their newfound freedom.
She's a grandmother to all of us, and I love her for what she has done for us, for just empowering the emancipation even more. So I love her for that. Thank you, Miss Opal Lee. I look up to you. I admire her.
The 98-year-old did not walk this year because of health concerns. President Joe Biden signed legislation in 2021, making Juneteenth an official national holiday with Dr. Lee in attendance. Well, folks in Eastern Kentucky also observe this holiday. Organizers with Southeast Kentucky African American Museum and Cultural Center have been remembering this historic day all week long. The group has an art exhibit at the art station in downtown Hazard called Roots, Black Art in These Hills, Views from My Window.
There's so many stories that have never been told and needs to be told. And it's just so important. Our communities is made of our stories, the stories, that we've lived.
Well, if you missed the event yesterday, you still have time to see the exhibit starting at 9 this morning. There will also be the History Speak Summer Camp from noon until 4 at the Bobby Davis Museum and Park. Many folks in Louisville celebrated Juneteenth at the Muhammad Ali Center. The museum offered free admission yesterday so folks could learn about its namesake. Ali was more than a champion boxer. He was a humanitarian who pushed for racial justice. The Ali Center's manager says freedom is an important part of his legacy.
We really want to break down barriers to access for our community. And there's really no better day to celebrate Muhammad Ali than on Juneteenth. Someone who is such an advocate for racial justice and for equality. I couldn't think of a better place to be today.
Well, he hopes that a visit to the museum will teach people about his influence internationally too. Well, the FDA has approved the world's only twice-a-year shot to prevent HIV, the virus that causes AIDS. The vaccine is marketed under the name Yes2Go and can be used by both men and women. 2 clinical trials show the injection is nearly 100% effective at stopping new HIV infections. The medical breakthrough comes as the Trump administration eyes deep cuts to HIV prevention funding. It's unclear how much insurance would cover for this shot. There are still more than 30,000 new infections of HIV each year in the United States. A part of the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline dedicated to LGBTQ youth, known as 988 Option 3, is being terminated next month under the Trump administration. Officials with the Federal Substance Abuse and Mental Health Service Administration said those who contact 988 will still get help, but LGBTQ advocates called this move devastating and incomprehensible.
It's a little bit of a cooler start to your day compared to what we saw this week, but temperatures are actually on average for what you'd expect for this June 20th. Here's a look at what you can expect as you're heading out the door. A mixture of those mid to upper 60s, even seeing some low 60s popping out, 55 in Wise. High temperatures for the day, though, sitting in the mid to upper 80s, so it will be a little bit of a warmer day as we're going through the next couple of hours. And a dry day. We're looking at mostly sunny skies. For some parts of the area, could see partly cloudy at some points, but for the most part, it will be a nice summertime day. Here's a look at that forecast. If you're wanting to go out hiking, it's a good day to do so. Those temperatures will be in the 80s around that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock mark. Amelia.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:09.